We are definitely using this for our next swimming camp. The company Chasing Innovation sent us their latest version of the water drone, the Gladius Mini. I have to say, I am impressed. Disclaimer, we did not pay for the drone. They agreed for us to do an honest review. Also, if you buy a Gladius Mini through our link in the description, within 30 days of clicking it, we will get a small fee. The first thing we did was to read the instructions, of course. After downloading and updating the app, we were ready to go. After reading the instructions again, and really understanding how it works, we started playing with it. The drone has a very long cable that connects to a Wi-Fi station that you can connect to your phone or to your computer wirelessly. You connect the remote controller to your phone and you can control it using a real-time video. So, as long as you have enough cable out, you can be far from the station and control it with your phone and controller. So we put it in the water, and the first thing you do is to unlock it by clicking this button. This will push it down a little and it will stabilize. The first thing that surprised us is how stable it is in the water. This is thanks to its 5 propellers, 2 here and the other 3 here. I would say it is even easier to control than a flying drone. This shows how advanced their algorithm really is. The first thing we did was to test its speed. They say it goes up to 2 meters per second. Seems about right, although it might be a little slower, since for us, that would be sprinting. That would be a speed of 25 seconds in 50 meters. And I wasn't sprinting, but I did have fins. It can drift, it can turn, and it has a beautiful design. And that's why it caught the attention of the kids in the pool, who stared at it in amazement and waved at it. But we were really here to see how swimmers and coaches can use it. We know this is an amazing tool for divers and ocean explorers, and there are a lot of videos for those uses. I'll leave the links in the description if you're interested in those. But how about for swimmers? Well, in our experience, you can tell swimmers what they're doing wrong a million times, and they'll try to correct it. But the swimmer doesn't always know if she corrected the technique or not. So having video feedback as soon as possible makes things easier. You can see what you do wrong and correct it on the spot. With this drone, we took videos of us and other swimmers, and we could look at them immediately. As soon as you connect your cell phone, you have real-time video on your screen. Now, if we had a big monitor or a TV, we could show the video to the swimmer without her or him getting out of the pool, which is amazing. We could also have a projector to the wall and they could all see the video. You can connect the monitor or the TV via HDMI. You can also download the videos, and since it is Wi-Fi, you can download the video in a matter of seconds, depending on the length of the video. You can even live stream your video on social media. You cannot do this on a GoPro because, as we learned, Wi-Fi signals and Bluetooth don't travel underwater. The camera capabilities are outstanding. In some big ways, they are better than a GoPro. It has a 4K video that you can adjust right on the screen. You can adjust the hue, contrast, sharpness, and bitrate. In 1080p, meaning HD video, you can even control the frames per second. You can go up to 120 frames per second, so you can really show every movement in slow motion. The 2 main things that the GoPro 7 camera is superior over the Gladius Mini camera is that it stabilizes the video by itself via software, and it has up to 240 frames per second. However, since the drone pretty much stabilizes itself, there is no need for extra stabilization. Also, 120 frames per second is plenty if you want to slow things down and show the details. One of the most useful shots we got is this one. First, we stabilize the drone by clicking Lock Depth. This will keep the drone in the same depth incredibly well. Then, we moved it to the middle of the pool. We then put it in a low mode, which means that it will move slowly and smoothly. Then we tilted the drone up 20 degrees so it can look up. And we followed the swimmer through his trajectory. Keep in mind that the deeper the pool is, the better you can make this shot work. And don't worry about the drone. It can go down to 330 feet deep, which is around 120 meters deep. This shot is great if you want to see the stroke from one side. Another useful shot is having it almost in front of the swimmer and not moving the drone. This way you can see what the front of the stroke looks like and see if a swimmer is crossing the middle line of their body, or if they're opening their stroke too wide in breaststroke and butterfly. For a shot with more action, we found this one to be very unique. As a coach, it is a great way to record your swimmers without getting in the pool or having to move the GoPro walking alongside the pool. The battery lasts up to 2 hours, so the usual length of a swimming practice. Also, as mentioned above, if you're an ocean explorer or photographer or a pool inspector, this is a great tool that you can use. The one downside that we found is the position of the camera. If it had a camera on the side or on the top, or a 180 camera covering all this, we could record on this angle or this angle, following the swimmer through the whole length of the pool. So that's where we're going to suggest the company changes in the next generation of the product. But in the meantime, we put a GoPro on top of the Gladius. And surprisingly, it stabilized itself perfectly. Again, great software algorithm. And even moved forward like it was nothing. Well, it did move a little slower, but with enough speed to record these fast swimmers swimming freestyle. We also recorded this shot, which is one of the best angles you can get as a swimmer. For its unique capabilities, we will for sure use it in our next swimming camp to correct techniques and have amazing footage. If you're a coach or you're in a swim team and you think your team can benefit from having one of these, click in the link in the description or contact us with any of your water drone questions to skillsandtalents@gmail.com. I forgot to mention one thing. It's super fun to play with. See you later. Thanks for watching. Swim fast.